My name is Lena Hart, and I never believed in fate until the day I stepped into the old mansion on Ashbury Lane. I was 29, recently divorced, and emotionally adrift. When my aunt passed and left me her house, one that had been closed off for decades, I saw it as an escape from my messy life. I had no idea it would become a journey into something much darker and much more intoxicating. This is an incredibly emotional and romantic story, so make sure to subscribe to my channel and listen till the very end. You won't want to miss a moment. The mansion was a towering structure, hidden behind wild trees and thick vines. Locals called it cursed. They said strange things happened inside. Shadows that moved without light, voices that whispered your name at night. But I didn't care. I needed a place to start over. My first night there was uneventful. Cold floors, dusty furniture, and the eerie silence of a house untouched by time. But on the second night, everything changed. I was cleaning the library, brushing cobwebs off antique books, when I found a mirror behind a bookshelf. It wasn't just any mirror. Its frame was carved with symbols I couldn't understand, and when I looked into it, I didn't see my reflection. Instead, I saw him. Man, late 20s, dark eyes, strong jaw, and an aura that radiated danger and desire. First, I thought I was hallucinating, backed away. But his gaze held me like he could see straight into my soul. Then he spoke, not aloud but into my mind. "You found me," I screamed. The mirror shook, and the image disappeared. Was I going mad? Was the stress of the divorce finally breaking me? I tried to convince myself it was a trick of the light, a remnant of grief. But deep down, I knew something had shifted. I couldn't stop thinking about him, the man in the mirror. The next few days were a blur of curiosity and fear. I kept returning to the mirror. Sometimes he would appear, sometimes not. When he did, he told me his name was Elias. He said he was trapped. "This house holds secrets," he whispered during one of our strange encounters. "And I am one of them." Elias told me he had once lived here, over a century ago. He was cursed by a jealous lover who practiced dark rituals. His soul was bound to the mirror, unable to leave, watching time pass as everyone forgot him. "Why me?" I asked. "Why now?" He only said, "Because you believe. And because your heart is still broken." There was a sorrow in his voice that matched my own. Every night we talked more. And every night I felt myself falling. It was crazy. I was falling in love with a reflection. But Elias wasn't just a ghost. He was intelligent, kind, protective, and impossibly seductive. One night, during a thunderstorm, I stood before the mirror wrapped in a shawl. Elias appeared, closer than ever. His hand pressed against the glass. "Lena," he whispered, "do you trust me?" "Yes," I replied. "Then help me break free." I didn't know how, but I knew I would try. The next morning, I searched the house for clues. Hidden in the attic was a trunk filled with letters, photographs, and a leather-bound journal. The journal belonged to Elias's lover, Celeste, a woman scorned and dangerous. Her writings were obsessive. "I won't let him go," she wrote. "If I can't have him in life, I'll bind him to me in eternity." I shivered. There were instructions too. Fragments of incantations, warnings, rituals performed during lunar eclipses. One note read, "To release the bound soul, another must offer their heart willingly." Did that mean I had to die? I didn't tell Elias. Not yet. That evening he seemed different. Darker. His eyes flickered with something I hadn't seen before. Hunger, maybe. Or pain. "Celeste grows stronger," he said. "She knows you're helping me. She'll try to stop you." As if on cue, the mirror cracked slightly at the corner. Elias gasped and disappeared. The mansion grew colder with each passing day. Doors slammed on their own. Shadows stretched longer than they should. One night, I woke to find a woman standing at the foot of my bed. Her face pale, her eyes like burning coals. "He's mine," she hissed, then vanished into smoke. I ran to the mirror. Elias was there, his face etched with worry. "She's trying to scare you away. But you're stronger than her. I can feel it. But how do I save you without destroying myself?" I asked, tears in my eyes. He touched the glass gently. "There's another way. But it comes at a price." He didn't tell me what the price was. That night I kissed the mirror. My lips met cold glass, but I felt heat rush through me, as if his soul had reached into mine. I knew then that I would do anything for him, even risk everything. I couldn't sleep that night. Nathan's touch still lingered on my wrist like a soft chain I didn't want to break. The flicker in his eyes when he looked at me. Was it pain? Was it longing? Or both? The storm outside matched the one swirling inside me. Raindrops slapped the windows as if trying to warn me away. But I didn't want to run. Not this time. The next morning, I found Nathan in the study, shirt sleeves rolled up, looking over a dusty journal that had belonged to his late mother. He looked up when I entered, his expression guarded, almost unreadable. "Did you sleep at all?" I asked softly. He gave a tired smile. "Not really. These pages, they talk about the mirror." She believed it showed her things no one else could see. "Like what?" I whispered, drawn closer to the book. Nathan flipped the journal open to a page filled with hurried handwriting. "She thought it reflected not the world, but your soul. It showed what you were running from. Or running toward." I shivered. She was obsessed, wasn't she? Maybe. Or maybe she just saw something she couldn't explain. He paused. "She wrote that the mirror only whispers to those carrying a secret." My heart skipped. That night, curiosity or foolishness led me back to the hallway where the mirror stood. Nathan had warned me not to go near it alone, but I needed to understand. I needed to see what haunted this house. And what connected Nathan and me so deeply, so suddenly. As I stood in front of the mirror, the air grew thick. My breath fogged the glass. Then, slowly, I saw something. Not my reflection. It was a girl who looked like me, but her eyes were darker, heavier. She was crying, and behind her stood a man. His face was shadowed. His hand reached for her, not in comfort, but in control. I stumbled back. "Amelia!" Nathan's voice broke the trance, and he grabbed my shoulders, steadying me. "Why didn't you listen?" I saw something," I gasped. "A girl, and someone behind her." Nathan's face turned pale. "You saw it too. What is it?" I demanded. "Tell me." He hesitated, then guided me to sit by the fire in the drawing room. The storm had returned, battering the windows with relentless fury. "My father," he began, voice low, "was not the man people thought he was. My mother died because of him. The mirror, it showed her the truth. That's why she went mad. Or maybe she wasn't mad at all." I felt a chill that had nothing to do with the rain. Nathan continued. "He controlled her like a puppet, until one day she tried to escape. The next morning she was dead. Fell down the stairs. At least that's the story they told. And the mirror? It's the last thing she looked into. And sometimes when the storm's loud enough and the house is still, it shows you what she saw, what she feared." I looked into his eyes. "But why me? Why did it show me something?" Nathan exhaled. "Because you're running from something too, aren't you?" I couldn't hide anymore. "Yes, I came here to escape a man who tried to own me." I broke away, but I still feel his grip on my life, on my mind. Our eyes met in the quiet understanding of shared scars. His hand found mine, warm and steady. "You're safe here," he said. But was I? Later that week, strange things began to happen. I would find the mirror turned slightly when no one had touched it. Whispers in the hallway when the house was empty. And once, I woke up to find a single rose on my pillow. Fresh, wet with dew, though no one admitted to leaving it. Nathan became more withdrawn, protective. At times, I would catch him staring at the mirror as though it was speaking directly to him. One evening, I confronted him. "You're hiding something." His jaw tightened. "It's not safe for you here." "But you said." I was wrong. The mirror's awakening again, just like it did before she died. I stepped closer. Then tell me what we're dealing with. Together. He looked at me like he was fighting himself. Then finally he spoke. I think my mother's soul is trapped in that mirror. And I think she's trying to warn me about something. About you. Cold wave washed over me. What do you mean? She wrote in her journal. A girl with fire in her eyes will come. She will awaken the past, and in doing so, destroy or save what's left of this bloodline. He touched my face gently, eyes filled with conflict. I don't know if you're here to heal me, Amelia, or to end me. My breath caught in my throat. I'm not here to hurt you, I said, almost pleading. I know. But the mirror. It sees more than we do. That night, I dreamed of the girl again. Only this time she turned and looked at me. Help him, she mouthed silently. He doesn't know what's coming. I woke up to find the mirror cracked. A single line running across its face like a scar. Nathan stood in front of it, staring. His hand was bleeding. What happened? I ran to him. I touched it, he said, voice shaking. And I saw him, my father. But he looked at me like I was the enemy. I wrapped his hand with a towel. The mirror is showing you his fear, not yours. He looked at me, broken but still fighting. Then let's end this. Together. We stood before the mirror that evening, hands clasped, hearts exposed. Nathan whispered words in Latin from the journal. And the room grew cold, still. The mirror shimmered. A vision appeared. His mother standing tall, pointing at a dark hallway. We followed the direction until we reached a sealed door in the basement Nathan had never noticed before. Inside we found what was hidden for decades. Letters, photos, a will, and proof. Proof that Nathan's mother had written everything down, planning to escape, to expose her husband for abuse and manipulation. She wasn't mad. She was murdered. As the truth surfaced, so did peace. The mirror lost its shimmer. The air warmed. And for the first time the house felt alive again. Not haunted but finally, free. Nathan turned to me, tears in his eyes. You didn't destroy me, Amelia. You saved me. I smiled, heart full. And you gave me a reason to stay. Epilogue. Months later, the house became a retreat for healing. A safe space for women escaping darkness, just like I had. Nathan and I rebuilt it with love, purpose, and trust. The mirror still hangs in the hallway. But now it only shows one reflection, mine. Whole, brave, and no longer afraid.